Okay, guys, next we talk about tact. A tactful person has the ability to say or do the right thing without hurting. Another person feels tact is sensitivity to what is appreciated in dealing with others, including the ability to speak or act without defending others. Put another way, tact is the ability to hammer home a point without hitting the other person on the head, or to make your guests feel at home when you wish they were at home. To summarize, this definition helps you realize the delicate nature of tact. Have you ever heard someone ask for your opinion? Perhaps the person has just completed a new spreadsheet to use in your office. Suppose you are not impressed with the work. Components are missing and some data could be misinterpreted. If you find something honest but non-threatening to say, then you demonstrate tact. If you bluntly stress what is wrong, then you show a lack of tact. Waiting to be tactful isn't enough. Tact requires good judgment, thought, and choosing your words carefully. It is not wise to react immediately when a response requires tact. Take some time to determine the best way to respond to the other person. Avoid using confrontational tone, words, or gesture that cause the other person to become defensive or feel challenged. Next, empathy. Another quality closely associated with tact is empathy. Empathy is the ability to look at situation through the eyes of others, to walk in another's shoes. This means empathy is the capacity to share and understand another's emotions and feelings. If you have friends who have suffered the loss of a loved one, you can understand their feelings and sadness if you have experienced the same loss. If you are sensitively to feelings of others, you will try to make them feel better. Okay. Empathy has two components: recognizing another's feelings, that means a perception skill, and responding to those feelings. This means a communication skill. Empathy requires a you orientation rather than an I orientation to establish a positive climate and be a position to be helpful. You can express generous empathy. First, after you listen to what the person is saying, please observe verbally and non-verbally and understand what happened. Recall or imagine how you would feel under similar circumstance and say something that indicates your sensitivity to what the person is feeling and sends the message that you are willing to talk and offer help. The terms empathy and sympathy are often confused. Both terms relate to how you respond to another person's emotions. Many people use the terms interchange, but the difference is important. Sympathy involves identifying with the person and feeling sorry for another who is suffering, but without having a true understanding of what the person is actually feeling. Empathy focuses on experiencing and sharing the pain of another with full understanding of the feelings involved. A sympathetic response is, I can understand why that new policy makes you angry. An empathetic response is, that new policy make me angry too. Okay, please think about this sentence and think about yourself. And next, dependability. Just as you depend on others, they depend on you to get the work done effectively and efficiently. Consider it a huge compliment if someone explains you as being dependable. Demonstrate dependability by being as good as your word, meeting deadlines, and being at work every day and on time. If you promise to do something, do it. If you have a deadline, meet it. If a meeting starts up at 1 p.m., be there ahead of time. Others will observe your actions and know that they can count on you. Very interesting, right? The dependability of one team member sets an example for an entire group. The reverse is also true. One person's unreliability can affect the productivity of an entire team. Next, resourcefulness. Okay, solutions to problems and situations that you encounter are not always obvious. Some situations may require you to be resourceful, to use creativity and ingenuity to resolve the problem or deal with the situation. A resourcefulness person is persistent in asking questions. What is the real problem? What resources are available? Who else has information that might help us? Is there anything else we can try? Resourceful person often try unconventional, unconventional ways of solving problems. They experiment and improvise. They take risks. And most important of all, a resourceful person never give up. Next, team spirit. It is not necessary to be on a formal team to exhibit team spirit. You exhibit team spirit when you commit to company and department goal and cultivate positive relationships with others. How may I help? Is a question that workers who exhibit a team spirit often ask. Of course, the best way to help others is to do your own work completely and efficient. It is not productive to help others until your work is done. However, when your workload promise often to help a coworker. Many employees have programs designed to foster team spirit. Company sales conference, picnics, uh, a sport, teams are example. Participate enthusiastically is an informal social setting. Doing so will help you interact with others on the job. Next, please look at negative traits to avoid. The first part of this section covers positive traits that contribute to your ability to fit in and get along with others. Now, let's look at negative traits you will want to avoid because they work against positive interaction. These traits include resentment, illustrating habits, envy, or jealousy, and self pity.